So this is the second part of a FreesearchR introduction, and we've just been looking at how to get data into the FreesearchR app. Now we have some data loaded, and we are in the prepare pane, where we have options to get an overview of the data and also filtering, which we'll be covering in this current video. Or we can go on to an edit and create data, which is very much an advanced use case, but I'll be covering that in the next one. So here in this overview and filtering sub-pane, we have the option to open a visual overview. This is just the same overview as when we were importing data. And here we can have an overview of the different data classes and also have a look at the missing observations, and if we recognize a pattern in this missingness. There are further options to evaluate the missingness that will be covered later on. And then, of course, we also have an option to browse observations. And we can see the raw observations, and in the top, we'll see some basic numbers on the variables. So for logical variables, we have count of false and true and missing. In numeric and continuous variables, we have minimum, mean, median, max, missingness, and missing values, and so on. If we go right, we have a factor, a categorical variable, and here we get the two most common levels, and then also the missing count. In the overview panel here, we get some of the same information. This is just in a visual way. So we get a simple bar chart for the logical variables and the categorical variables. And then for numeric variables, we get a box plot with maximum, the quartiles and median, and the minimum. Yeah? And then we can add filters. So here on the right, there are two types of filters. There's a data type filter and an observation-based filter. The data type filter distinguishes between different variable data types. So in this data set, we have continuous, dichotomous, and categorical variables. And if we want to exclude all categorical variables, for example, we can just click it, and then categorical variables are out. And we see we get a feedback here that we removed 19% of all variables. If I click the link here, I'll be taken to a documentation page on how the FreesearchR app defines the different data types and what data types are recognized here. And then if we want to do an observations-based data filter, we can click Add Filter, and then maybe choose age to add a filter interval on the age group included, like this. And if we add another filter for MDI, which is another variable within this data set, there are 495 observations, with 99 of these having sort of missing values. If we click the 99 in A, we'll filter out all the missings. And now we see that we've removed 38% of observations. And we can add another filter if we like. So we can add cohabitation maybe. And then we can choose only to include observations where cohabitation is true, so patients cohabiting with a partner. And now we've removed 58% of observations, and this becomes yellow to make a warning. I really sure there's no mistake in here. So this is it for the prepare panel with the overview and filter sub panel. When you go into evaluate, then these filters will all be applied, and you can use the data as it is here.